The top six is back. Raheem Sterling. Is he going to be replaced at Manchester City by Bukayo Saka? The second report in 4 days. Second report in 4 days talking about the interest that Manchester City have in him. We're going through that live on the show today. We're also talking about Broja to West Ham, advanced talks as things stand right now. Man United looking for a new right back with Hakimi's name being mentioned, and Arsenal's price is set for Leroy Sane at £64 million. I've got a brilliant panel on the show tonight with me, and we've got some good debates as well. We're debating the relevance of preseason. Is it really all that? Is it really that important? And this is a question from Patrick for later. Are fans even real anymore? It's a bit deep, that. You know, it's like he's been on some psychedelics. But look at the panel we've got for you tonight. Backed by popular demand. Kaz is here, repping Manchester United. His hair's fallen out, but Have Hope is back again. I'll talk about your wig from before. He's back with us. Patrick's in the house representing Tottenham. 7, 8, 9, 10 signings they're on right now. There we go. Man like Callum is here, hair looking fresh. And Colleen is back in the house, ready to represent Arsenal. And I'm back, as you can see, hairline looking all right, you know. Look at that. See, I love the fact that everybody said my hair transplant was a failure. In fact, it's been a resounding success. Make sure the like button has been smashed. If we hit 1,000 likes while we're live, we're going to give away 10 free memberships to you, the viewers. But how are we all doing, people? Are we enjoying the weather? Are we enjoying the weather?
Yeah.
I am, but I'm sweltering at home, man. No fan, obviously, because there's too much background noise. So I'm just cooking at the moment. I'm hot. I can't even wear the hat. It's that hot.
That's the only thing in Tottenham that is cooking.
You know what's funny though? You know whose hair is actually cooking. Gabriel, bro. He needs to get a whole.
Yeah.
He needs to get a refund. Someone's hair who isn't thriving. Yeah. Someone's hair who isn't thriving. I don't know, man. The Cookie Monster must have ate that hair, bro. That guy's hair's gone.
None of that magic marker stuff. It's all come off. You know, like when it rains. In the shower and shit.
In fairness, my hair was looking like his like 5 months ago. Like legit, I was proper. But I honestly, me and Have Hope could have been brothers. Like the hair was looking the same, and it's all come back. So I'm hoping his surgery goes well. Big up to my bald crew. I'm still one of you in spirit, as it were. But thank you very much there, Mama Flossie. I know I'm looking good. I'm looking really good. I'm looking about 6 months younger. It's absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much indeed. Lots to talk about tonight, though, people. We've got some good debates coming later on the show. But the first talking point I've got to start with. Are Man City about to bid for Bukayo Saka? 2 reports. First from Sammy McBell. I think he's one of the most credible journalists in the UK. That Chelsea want to replace City want to replace Raheem Sterling with him. And now Fabrizio Romano, a little more coy, but has basically said that Arsenal were really pressing to get the new deal done because top clubs in England, and he can only be referring to 3, as in Chelsea, Liverpool, and City. So he named City again by proxy, are looking to come in for him. How are you feeling about this, Colleen, with Man City circling for your best attacking player?
I just knew something was brewing when they were selling off everyone left, right, and center. But listen, they can bid as much as they want. Saka's locked to the Emirates, baby. He ain't going anywhere. Even if he wants to, he ain't going. Like even if I have to go down to N5 myself, he's not going anywhere. So.
You say locked? He's got 2 years left, right?
As in, I will physically lock him.
Okay. I get it.
He ain't going anywhere. They can bid as much. I don't see Arsenal selling realistically.
Boy, if he doesn't want to sign, he's got 2 years left, then it becomes uncomfortable conversations next.
Records, baby. Welcome to death row.
If you lot don't get Champions League next year, then some uncomfortable conversations have to be had.
Look at that. He's really talking about
a player as good as Saka, he can't.
They snuck him with a couple of points and he's like running away. He'll be back in the Europa by January. Stop.
We won't.
No, yeah. I don't see, even if City do bid for him, I can't see a world where this summer Arsenal let him go. And you can't, from the mumblings from an Arsenal perspective that we've been hearing from like Arsenal reporters and all of that, is that Saka is happy with the project and Arteta. I don't think he'd be, if Arteta said at least stay for another season, I don't think he would like force a move out. But then until a bid comes in, we never really know how someone's going to act. But I don't see Arsenal selling even if they did put a bid in.
What are you saying, Kaz? I mean, the question here is, Arsenal may say no, but do you think Saka's head would be turned if Man City make an official move?
All right, let's put it like this, yeah. It's a hot day, yeah. You see a bottle of water available for 50p, yeah? You've only got 75p, typically a pound. You're really thirsty. Is your head going to be turned? Of course it is. You're going to go to that shop and go buy it, bro. Like, of course it is. Come on, man. It's simple as this. I was saying it before, saying it now. This guy is not signing a new contract. I guarantee he's not even Man City that's probably lurking. I'm going to think like it's going to be Liverpool lurking as well. I feel like this is kind of more of a Liverpool signing, if anything. But then there's this whole massive City extra thing about Man City's going to be bidding for somebody. We don't know who you're going to make a massive signing. But if I'm Saka personally, I would wait till January and then see your options, because let's face it, why would you want to be in a club that's going to finish fifth next season anyways? Let's face it. Come on,
a lot of big talk.
Fifth or sixth, maybe even seventh. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Arteta's a fraud. Let's just put it out there, man. He's not that good as Colleen. He's not that good. Come on. He's not that good. And this is not even me acting up. This is actually me, not even being shameless. This is my actual thoughts. I think he's dead. He's dead food. And this Arsenal pull, you can't even pull your man in to sign a new contract. So where's that pull then? Should have been done time ago.
You're gonna feel dumb. You're gonna feel dumb in a few weeks when he signs a new contract.
Oh no! You know what? 3 weeks. I'm gonna put a time limit on that then. Thank you. I'm gonna clip that. Thanks.
We'll give to the end of the transfer window. Guarantee he signs a deal.
End of the transfer window now. Oh, okay, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Colleen's got sources, guys. Just putting out there.
ITK.
So that's 45 days, 6 weeks. Yeah, he's gonna sign a new deal within 6 weeks. Ooh, interesting.
I mean, Igal here with a comment. Igal here saying Saka is the next Mbappe. He's better than Mr. Noodles and Kane combined. Facts.
Who's Mr. Noodles?
What?
That's Darwin. Noodles.
Darwin Noodles.
I was gonna say what was that?
Igal out here. Do you know what? I want to ask you this question because I want to come to Cal about this in a minute because Liverpool are linked to him as well. Can you see? Do you think it's right for Saka if he knows that City and Liverpool are interested and he ties himself down long term to Arsenal? Do you think that's the right thing for Saka at this moment in his career?
Is that for me, so?
No, I was asking. Have hope that.
Oh shit! Sorry. No. I thought I said Kaz. So look, so you're saying Saka to City.
I mean, it's a second major report in a week. It suggested that they see him as the number one target. So
you see, the reality is Pep Guardiola or Arteta. You know, someone who fetches out cones and water bottles for your boy, or an actual one of the best managers in the world in Pep. So if Pep picks up the phone and says, "Yo, Saka, I want you," he's out. So I think basically people have to realize that. Look, see. This whole thing of sentimentality, the club is your family, loyalty. I came through in the ranks. You know, when I came out of the womb, I had an Arsenal jersey. That's all crap. People are mercenaries. People are mechs. It's about, can this team give me a UCL? Can this team give me an APL? The next time Arsenal win the UCL, aliens are going to come and invade it and say, what's up? Those guys, Arsenal are going to be relevant in about 20 years. So if Saka's like, bro, the chance of me winning trophies and playing under Pep is far too great to Tottenham. So if they come in with a real offer, why the hell is he going to sign a contract extension with Arsenal, with Arteta? Like, who is running to play with Mikel Arteta? And we're not living in a world where it's about managers, because managers are superstars thanks to the GOAT, Uncle Mourinho, who has a tattoo of 3 trophies on his shoulder. Shout out to your boy, Uncle Mo. So in the world of managers right now, they're the superstars. Who the hell wants to play with Arteta over Pep? Makes no sense. So if they come in with a bid, he'll go. So...
Nah.
What are you saying? I mean, listen, Cal, Liverpool have been linked to Bukayo Saka. And I remember it was a gal that says you don't have the facilities for that as an example. I think you've proven this summer that you do with the amount of money you've spent on Darwin Núñez. Do you see Saka staying loyal, or is the law of Liverpool and City right now too much?
I can see it from both angles. So a gal, when he says that about Liverpool, we all know Liverpool are bigger and richer than Arsenal Football Club. That's not even shade, that's just fact. In terms of Saka coming to Liverpool, I think Klopp is a manager that would get great stuff out of Saka. And I think Saka would love playing for Liverpool and Klopp. The problem is, where does Saka look at Salah and think, do I go there and do I have a spot there where I start regularly? Because at his point in his career, he wants regular game time. And he's getting out of Arsenal and he's a star boy there. He wouldn't be that at Liverpool, even though I think he would be fantastic for our squad. Man City's slightly different now because it looks as though Mahrez still hasn't signed a contract and might be leaving either this summer or next.
No, Mahrez just signed a 2-year deal, Cal.
Oh, he has?
Signed a 2-year extension.
Okay, fair enough. But obviously Sterling's gone. So there is a spot there for a natural winger to come in. And I think Saka looks at Pep and City and he thinks, right, I can go to Liverpool and I can go to Man City and I can win honours next season. At Arsenal, I think it's very unlikely they'll win anything. So if I'm Saka, don't do the messenger. I'm not even taking the mick, but I can't see you winning Europa, and you're definitely not winning the Prem, and you're not even in the Champions League. So you can't win those trophies. I'm not even taking them. I'm not taking the mick. I swear to God, I'm not even taking the mick. You can't say I'm lying. You can't sit here and think you're going to win the Prem, Colleen.
No, but not win any trophy. Come on, we're not Tottenham. Stop it. Stop it.
You ain't even better. You're not Tottenham. You're not even as good as Tottenham. That's where you need to go.
We're talking about trophies. We're actually
position.
But we're talking about Saka going to Man City or Liverpool. Saka going to Man City or Liverpool is a step up for him, regardless of the connection he's got with the club. We were in your position years back, but it's changed around now. So for me, if I'm Saka, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I can go to one of these big boys right now and win trophies straight away. So I do think if you don't get him signed up this summer, I think he's gone.
I think you're right in that last point, though. I do agree with you. I think it's either this summer to sign up to a new deal, otherwise we're in uncharted kind of territory there. But I, as an Arsenal fan, obviously still think he will sign. But it's kind of fruitless until either he signs or Man City put in a bid. That's when we'll really know. Because right now,
one thing I will say. I can't really throw this at you, Colleen, because
I can see you smirking. Really... I can see.
No. I'm just going to be real with you. If we sign Saka, the arrogance I'm going to display to certain Arsenal fans, you're probably going to want to all block me on every platform because the crap I get from Arsenal fans on a daily basis, I'm going to be just reckless with it, like really bad.
I hear that. Do you know what I find interesting about it? I'd love to get Patrick's take on this. I think he'll sign a new deal. I'm not saying there'll be a buyout clause in it as such. I don't quite know how to word it in the right way. But you know how Luis Suarez signed a new deal and left a year later? You know how Ronaldo signed a new deal and left a year later? I think there could end up being an element of that. Saka has to think like that. And I think everything that they've said, every report that said City want him, they've also said he's happy with the project. He loves working with Mikel Arteta. He's, of course, an Arsenal boy. I don't think any of those things are untrue. But my advice to Saka is the same advice I gave a couple of years ago to a certain up-and-coming Man United youngster that's not there anymore. I don't really want to talk about him. And the same advice I gave to Declan Rice and the same advice I've given to Harry Kane. And that's when you're at clubs that are not winning the major trophies, don't tie yourself down to stupid long-term contracts that then do what you've done to Harry Kane. Harry Kane shouldn't be at Tottenham right now. He should be at a club that can win things. But he tied himself down stupidly, and now he can't get out. Do you know what I mean? The geezer is married up, mortgaged up, kid up, and can't leave. Like, he's just in bits. Like, he wants to go. Do you know what I mean? He's just... I'm only having a dig. But yeah, Saka, I think he'll sign a new deal, but I still wouldn't be surprised if he then leaves in a couple of years and a new long-term deal. What it does, it guarantees Arsenal big money for him because I think he's that good. I've got some super chats here that I want to go to. True Gunner TV says Saka won't leave this summer, but possibly next summer if we don't achieve Champions League as a minimum and start competing. What do you think?
That's what I've been saying, Terry. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That I really think that if Arsenal don't get Champions League football next summer or this season coming, with all the investment that Arteta's had, you guys are building the squad in his image. All Arsenal fans are happy. I mean, I'm getting tagged every day with all the signings and how good you are performing.
But Patrick, there's no chance that Patrick, let's be real. They're not going to get Champions League football.
Listen, you're saying that, and I think that, but a lot of Arsenal fans believe they will get, that they will do it.
Patrick, they are high. Arsenal fans are high. Look at Colleen. They are high. These guys are high.
No, but seriously, considering the gap between Arsenal, Tottenham, and United last season, and everyone's doing business, you can't say with like full chest that it's not possible. The gap isn't big. We're talking a matter of points, so you can't say
the gap is fat.
The gap is big, Colleen.
It's like Clapham Junction, bro. It's like Clapham Junction. Mind the gap.
Yeah, the gap is big, Colleen. Let's be real.
Yeah,
the fact you had the jump on us, you had the whole team all season. Arteta was set, and we still managed to pip you, even though we was in turmoil. flipping that scrub got sacked. We brought in Conte. We were winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one, and we still finished above you in the end. The gap's big, man.
So considering the gap between Tottenham, Arsenal, United, you're telling me there was points between it.
2 points and plus 16 goal difference.
If we're talking
and considering the gap you had and the way you bottled it. I am being serious. I'm not even trying to throw shade. It was 2 points and a plus 16 goal difference, plus the way we battered you, plus the way you capitulated in games at the end of the season. The gap's big, man.
I can't take this seriously.
I'm being serious. And I do believe this season you'll see is trying to play it.
Patrick, we don't agree. Patrick, we don't typically agree on a couple things, but you're talking sense. Like, do you know what the gap is? It's the managers. Callum, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
So Tottenham and Arsenal match. So you guys are saying that Man U and Tottenham are way ahead of Arsenal.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying Man United. I don't think we're way ahead of Arsenal. I can't say. I don't know what's going to happen with Man United personally.
Not even to come at you guys. Do you think you guys are above, ahead of Arsenal?
I'm not joking. For next season, I feel like we're getting better profiles for our team that we need, and I feel like we got the better manager. Let's not put disrespect on Ten Hag just because Arteta's been a couple seasons in this thing. I feel like yes, it will take long for Man United, but I feel like Arsenal will crash and crumble, and I feel we'll finish above them come next season. And I have to back my team, but I don't think we got enough in the bag yet to go top 4. That's just me. Personally, I'm just saying Arsenal will always have Arteta.
I think it's only because between Arsenal and Tottenham at the moment. I do think Man U aren't in the conversation yet until you sign a couple more players. I think Tottenham and Arsenal, I think it's quite close. If I'm going to be honest,
that's fair enough.
I feel like Thingy's Tottenham's recruitment's being serious, but the thing is, if Arsenal do get a couple more, so let's say they do get a Paqueta and so forth. No, they're going to get Zinchenko. Then I'll be like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm wrong. I feel like their recruitment's actually being serious. From
your point of view, if anything, the signings they do mean a lot in terms of what you need for the squad. But if you take last summer as an example, in terms of where we all thought United would be in terms of potential title challenges with the signings that they made, I'm just talking about sign-ins. Yes,
it's going to make me block you.
Shooting for top 4 at the beginning. They did. No one thought Man United would finish where they would finish, and that was
Man United. Terry, please go off on this.
No, but people did. People were predicting that last year, right?
I'm not saying you, but overall,
pundits were.
No, a lot of people.
We even did a show last season. I was told we weren't even going to finish top 4, innit?
But equally, take Man United fans out of it. There were lots of rivals that said this team should be competing, which is why the whole debate around who's ahead of who is so interesting, because I've said it all year. I don't think Man United were as bad as we were last year because of individual players not being good enough. I think we just did not try. We did not work. You suddenly start working and trying, and you'll see a team you didn't expect. The year that Chelsea finished wherever they did in the league and Jose got sacked, and the following year they won the Premier League with Antonio Conte, they weren't all that way down the bottom of the league because they were crap players. They didn't work for Jose, and they threw the season away. I'm not saying United will challenge for the Prem next year. That isn't the comparison I'm making. I think things are really close between all those teams. I don't think Man United are as far away as everybody else is making out. Equally, I think Arsenal get disrespected in these conversations far too often. And
no, I don't think they do, Terry. I think even you was very kind to Arsenal last year. Remember, you was doing streams after they lost, saying that they still get top 4, tear. You were being really kind on them, and I said it and I called it. They're going to crumble, and they did. I don't think Arsenal are as good as people are making them out to be.
That doesn't mean the gap.
One thing I'll say is that Jesus. Because I rate Jesus. Like, for me, I feel that Pep held Jesus back 100%. So my thing is, if Jesus pops off, then maybe Arteta can be the convo. But it's dependent on how well Jesus does. If Jesus really clicks and this guy really works well with Arsenal, then maybe. But my issue is Arteta's a bomb. I'm sorry, like the guy's a bomb. Like,
spit it again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the case. I'm sorry. We're now living in a world where it's about managers right now. So Klopp system, Pep system, Conte system, Tuchel system, and even I take Conte, Pep, Tuchel, Klopp, Arteta isn't near that table. Nowhere near that table. So when it comes down to the crunch moments where you now have to now make those key decisions as a manager, he will crumble. Now, Ten Hag is a dude who I think the guy is a philosophy merchant, because I do not know how the hell the guy bottled that UCL team against Tottenham. So no. Ever since
I knew you was gonna bring that up.
Ever since he did that, the guy, he's now 9 Hag to me, man. He's not 10 Hag. The guy's now 9 Hag, man. So Nine Hag needs to prove to me that, okay, you cannot do it in the EPL. Eredivisie is one thing you have to prove to me. So there are still questions. But for me, for Arsenal, I think it's down to Jesus. Is how well Jesus does.
Wait, whoa. Terry, did we not say something about last week about these dead jokes, bro? Like, and he's trying to come with Nine Hag. Allow it, man. Who do you support?
I support the legitimate UCL winners, Chelsea Football Club.
Oh, you always allow it, man. I can't really say
Nine
much.
Hag.
I don't want to.
Until he proves he can say it in EPL, his name is Nine Hag. Until he'll be 10 Hag if he can say something in the Premier League.
Recycle jokes.
I'm going to go on to some more super chats here. For Marshall FC says, Kaz is too funny. He speaks sense and shameless sense. My goat, glory, Man United. Big up the panel, though. Colleen, be real. Surely you can't have faith in Arteta.
That's a good point. Do you have faith in Arteta, Colleen?
I was just about to say, during this whole thing, I didn't make one comment about Arteta because I've been consistent, and I even said if we didn't make top 4 last season, I'd be like, his head is on the chopping block. So,
I thought you was gonna get top 4 last season. I think I was in a stream with Patrick as it goes last year, saying that Arteta. I think Arteta. I was saying, I think Arsenal have the minerals to get to top 4, but then obviously Conte came, because that was a time when who was in charge at the time? Mourinho, was it? Mourinho, Nunes, them man there, like, you know what I mean? But it's just like I actually thought he was, but I just feel like the Premier League is getting so strong. The managers will play a massive part. People that actually have good experience know what experience is what got Conte over the line at the end of the day. And Arteta's experience was lacking in the towards the end of the season. Let's be real about it. I get it. Tierney was injured. I get that, but as a manager, you need to get the best out of your players, and I don't think he's got the real best out of your players. And I don't get this Martinelli hype. I'm sorry, I just don't get it yet. I think he will become good in like 2 years, but people. You know what, Egal, bro, like, I don't want to shout you out, but you're saying Jesus 20 goals in the season and Martinelli 10 is realistic. Like, I don't want to put him under the bus, but that's what I'm seeing online typically, not just that.
Well, look, I kind of get all that. Egal isn't here. We can't put Egal's comments to Colleen. Like, Egal, someone said I've had him on since I shouted at him last. He's in the group chat.
He's cool guy though, man.
Sorry, guys. No, he is. I'm just saying, everyone's in a group chat, and KJ puts the invite in and who's available. So he's invited to all shows before anybody starts spreading more lies. I want to say a big thank you, first of all. There's a little intro for this. Can't read the name, but Sam for becoming an official member of the Football Terrace. Thank you. And also Chris Reed as well, who's upgraded.
Pokemon.
He's upgraded.
No. That's wait, Terry. Why do you have Final Fantasy?
Is that Pokemon? Is that Pokemon?
I'm too old to know that. It's basically on a deck.
It's Zelda. It's Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea.
No, it's Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy.
Either way, I didn't play computer games as a kid. I really didn't. I played FIFA and Football Manager, but my dad bought us all these games, and I just found computer games really boring. I was like, I'd rather go out and do things. That's just me.
Terrence, I'm disappointed, man.
No, I'd rather like go out and. I used to go out and do mad stuff. Like I made my own bow and arrow once, and I used to shoot it at things. I like doing weird stuff.
So basically, you had a troubled childhood, pretty much.
No, I used to build tree houses. I used to think I was Robin Hood. That's what I liked doing as a kid. Do you know what I mean? Proper. Comment here from PSS says best young team in Europe. All the upcoming youngsters are in Real and Barcelona. Arsenal has lower grade youngsters and fans hyping them so much. True Gunner TV says, Terry, just remind the United fans we have 2 routes to the Champions League. So to write us off is a madness. Yeah, I wouldn't write Arsenal off. I've said that a few times already this summer. I'm not writing Arsenal off. I think they've got some good players, good team, and they're looking to try and build something. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But they've built something. They're signing good quality players. What I'm intrigued to see this year of Arsenal is the expectation. Can Arteta handle it? Because there are no more excuses as there have been made for him over recent times. Super Chat here says, last season was United's worst ever season, and it was Arsenal's best season in ages. There's levels to this. We have a better manager now who is being backed for the first time in 10 years. There is a bit of truth to that, and we'll come on to Man United a little bit later. No doubt about it. We'll save some more of these super chats. I just want to see if they're relevant to the conversation we're on. This one from Red Wolf says, Arsenal will get 8th. Arteta can't compete in the league and in Europe. History does tell us this, is what Red Wolf.
There was a super chat with some addressed me, one in orange. There's about what we were talking about. I don't know if you saw that one.
Okay, here. It says, Terry and the gang, I'm sorry, but it drives me crazy when Arsenal fans are absolutely gassing Gabriel Jesus. Goals like it was the greatest goal of all time against Everton. Also, have you ever had a bad day in the gym, Terry? Is that the one you meant?
No. It said Patrick, and I don't know what that's about in terms of the
KJ, find it. KJ, go and find that, please. KJ,
can I chime in on that? Because that's what I wanted to ask about Jesus. So again, I'm like, have hope. I rate Jesus. But one thing I'm not getting from Arsenal fans, and again, Colleen, I'm not throwing this at you. I'm just saying the general Arsenal fans I know. I've seen a lot of everyone going, I'll say overboard about him, saying that he's just going to be this guy who comes in and just does a madness. I think one thing everyone's forgetting is his injury record as well. Not to mention he was playing at Man City, which is the most creative team in the league. And even then, Pep decided to play him out on the wing and has gone and got 2 other strikers. So again, I'm not saying he's rubbish, but to think that he's going to come and just hit the ground running or stay fit for the whole season, I think is kind of mad. And then if he doesn't stay fit, you've got to look at who's the backup. And again, I'm not here to cuss anyone's players, but Nketiah is not going to take you to top 4 or Europa League victory. So there's a lot of variables and things that would have to go right for Arsenal, in my opinion, for them to really get into the Champions League. And the fact that you'll be playing Thursday, Sunday as well, and I don't think you've got that strength in depth yet across the pitch, I do think it could be a struggle for you guys this season.
I'm with you in terms of the strength in depth as well, but I think in terms of the fan thing, I think from an Arsenal perspective, that because we've literally been starved up front, like starved, anyone who can hit the back of the net is going to get hyped up by an Arsenal fan. And I'm not even mad at it, to be honest with you. If you get rattled by it, it just is what it is, really.
Yeah, I mean, but come on, Nketiah, like a team that has Nketiah as their main striker, I don't want that team to be mentioned at all.
Yeah, but he ain't their main striker though. Gabriel Jesus is. I think Callum's right. Callum's right. It's about how he does. And this brings us into another one of our stories today. Viewers, we are going to be talking Man United later. Links to right backs, the Martinez deal. We are going to speak about Chelsea as well because Broja looks like he's leaving. They've got 2 quality centre backs on their way in as well. So stay with the football terrace. All that to come. But with Arsenal, they're also looking at Leroy Sane. And I know people will, they'll laugh at the link. Oh, there's no way he's going to go to them. There's no way that's going to happen. But the price has been set quite high. There's reports today coming out of Germany saying it would cost around 60 to 65 million pounds to bring him in. The question I have is around, do Arsenal have the pull for a Leroy Sane even at this point, without Champions League football? And if they are looking at a player like that, the same as they were looking at Rafinha, is that to add to it? Or do you think that might be them thinking, we could be losing Saka, though? So, if City come in with a madness, if City drop £100 million bid tomorrow for Saka, I really do think he's going. I'm not saying they will. But what do we think about Leroy Sane to Arsenal? Could it happen, and how good is he a player?
No way.
It can happen. It definitely can. Hope, again, just on the surface, it looks crazy. Arteta being there, we've seen it's a pull for Jesus, probably a pull for Zinchenko. Bayern Munich, I don't think want him there anymore.
No, but you're making a wrong assumption there. Like, even if he hasn't worked out, he's a Germany international.
I don't really seem too happy with him. And the salary's on as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to get him off the salary.
But also, you have to keep in mind that they've just lost Lewandowski. So that's a massive loss for them, and that they've not yet catered for now. I still think that my goat, Christina, is going to say what's up to Bayern Munich, but that's for another discussion.
Khan's already shied down.
No, but I think about Leroy Sane is Germany international. Yes, has had a difficult time. I still feel that Nagelsmann wants to have faith in him. There is no chance in hell Leroy Sane is going to trade Bayern Munich for Arsenal. How do you go from the UCL to playing Thursday nights in Europa League? Nah, I mean, like that. Arsenal don't have the pull to bring in a Leroy Sane, no way. And Leroy Sane, for me, even if he's had a difficult time, he's still an extremely talented player. See, I always said that he's a much better player than Sterling. Sterling was just much more effective and just did what Pep wanted. But Sane's talent is crazy. Talent is crazy.
Do you know what I would say about that? I'd love to get your take on this, Patrick, as a rival of Arsenal. But I want to ask you this question. Do you think people overlook the size and the prowess and the history and the lore that Arsenal Football Club have just because there's no Champions League football?
Yes and no. Like, if I take my Tottenham hat off and just talk honestly, obviously Arsenal are a massive club. And I've actually got my hat somewhere, but it's just too hot to wear it. So there you go. So I've taken my hat off, dashed it away. And in previous times, yes. Right now, I look at it and I know Arteta has links to Sane, but he's not a good coach. A player of Sane's stature and quality will look at Arsenal and be like, are they really going to get back in the Champions League? We know the Champions League is the holy grail for most players. That's the bare minimum for a player of his quality and caliber. And he's looking at that. Will Arsenal make Champions League next season? If we're a betting person, you want to put your chips on it, the answer is probably not. So I don't see why he goes there personally. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a hard one because, of course, if Arsenal put the money up, but then we've seen Arsenal put the money up for other players and they rejected them. So I can't see it happening, man. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, you're Tottenham, you're this, you're that," you know. But just being real, I just don't see Sane going to Arsenal. I just think he's a level above them right now.
He is, but this is where it becomes a possibility, in my opinion. If Bayern say we want to sell you, and when clubs want players out, invariably they go. And generally, if a player's pushing really hard to leave, generally they go. It's why Declan Rice is still at West Ham, because he ain't really pushing. If he was actually being a cow son, they'd let him go. If they want rid of him and Arsenal are willing to pay the money, but it depends on who else comes in. If another big team with Champions League football, say a Chelsea comes in, then I'd say no chance Arsenal. A bit like with Rafinha, etc. But there is always that chance because who knows who's going to come in for him? Like, I think Arsenal have got the ability to land him. It just depends who they're going up against in the fight. And right now, nobody else is really linked to him. And it's just an interesting deal. But
does anyone have an idea on his wage packet?
Oh, it's going to be pretty big, isn't it?
Who's that? Yeah. Who's that? Who's
like, how much would he demand if he was to move to Arsenal?
Well, what's it? It's current. Wow, he's on crazy. I think his current packet right now is like £10 million per year, as far as I know. So he's going to want a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
It's not as big as you think, to be fair. It's not £10 million is actually not that bad if we break it down into per week, off the top of my head, because Barcelona only offering £9 million max. That's actually their budget nowadays with complying with the La Liga rules and stuff. So 10 million is not that sad because remember, Bayern Munich don't go over the 250,000.
It's about 190k. It's about 190k a week.
I think he goes to Arsenal for 250. Maybe if he wait. Sane to Arsenal.
And you just woke up. You've been asleep.
No. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking if Sane was gonna go anywhere, I think he'd probably go back to City, if anything. Maybe I don't know, but I don't see this. Why would you drop down to Arsenal? Like,
okay,
that's what I was
saying. From Bayern, he wouldn't drop down to us either. Like Man United.
I don't see it happening, but I think Cal's right that there's like weird little caveats to things that could make it a possibility. I don't see it happening, but the Arteta factor is a factor because he's worked with him before. I want to say we're in a World Cup year, we're in a World Cup couple of months. If Bayern are saying, listen, you're not a starter for us, and he wants to be a starter for Germany, he needs to start playing. And if Arsenal could offer him that, or any club, doesn't even need to be Arsenal, I think he goes. I don't think he comes to Arsenal personally, but there's small things that could make it a possibility. But that doesn't mean I think he's going to happen. I think it's dreamland. I don't think it's going to happen.
Definitely. He's a left-sided player as well. He's ruining himself on the right-hand side. For me,
I'm seeing comments saying he's on about 350 a week. So he's on a lot of money, man.
Is he?
I've seen quite a few people say that in the comments. He's on 350.
300.
Yeah,
300. I mean, to get him, this is do you know one of the reasons I want this deal? Again, we're going to get onto our fans later,
right.
and so maybe it's a good time for a small part of this debate. And I've got other transfer news to go into, but Arsenal fans have been celebrating for months, lowering the wage bill. I remember, again, we'll speak about Arsenal fans on the terrace, not all of them, but I know Gow has said this and others have been, you shouldn't break your wage structure because players don't play hard for lots of money was kind of the notion. And I'm like, it's not how much you pay them. It's about the standards and the ethos and the culture at your football club as to whether they down tools after being paid stupid money or not. I would love them to sign Leroy Sane on 300 grand a week, just to watch how they spin themselves out of that notion that you said paying that much money is ridiculous for players. That's the key number one reason why I want to see it. I just want to wait for the PR. How is Freddie Paxton or Chris Wheatley going to write an article that all the gooners go, that's what we're all going to, I can't wait. That's what I love about Arsenal fans at the minute. This hive mind they've got is absolutely, something like the salt. It's overtaken Liverpool. Arsenal fans are the best fan base in the world. No, it's overtaken you lot. Oh, you know this.
Cow catching strays.
No.
I know you're catching strays.
I'm catching strays. I'm going to say, I've said this on streams before. Kopish is pound for pound the biggest and best singular Liverpool platform on the planet, because you actually speak your mind and say what you think and feel. There's no echo chamber. You can come on and say, I think we've had a bad summer in the market.
All right, Till. I'll run you that check, brother. I'll run you
I mean it. Arsenal fans are trying to go down this rabbit hole where it's like, no, we've all got to think and feel and say the same thing to an nth degree. And you know how you know it? Because they all tweet the same thing. And I'm like, I know a lot of Arsenal fans growing up with them. And I've never been in a scenario ever, from being a kid to an adult, where you get 4 in the room that all say the same thing. Now, every tweet is identical. Every joke is identical. Honestly, it is the most boring fan base out there now. Like, it's unbelievable in terms of there's no banter, there's no laughter, there's no jokes. But that's why I wanted to get Leroy Sane, because I want to watch him get out of it. I want to watch him. How do we twist it that we're paying someone lots of money and we said we didn't I love it. Honestly, it's my favorite thing in the world to watch people squirm like that. But it will definitely be an interesting one. There's a comment here that says, Colleen, if you had the choice of who would your next Arsenal manager be and why, guys as well, who is better, Sane or Gnabry? Because I'd rather have Gnabry. So, Colleen, who would your next Arsenal manager be?
If, like, literally pie in the sky, nothing tied down, like if I could just pick anyone, regardless of club or anything like that, I personally have always fancied Luis Enrique, to be honest with you.
Fancied or as a foot manager? Because you find really weird looking men attractive.
Well, let's just continue as a football manager. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. Like, I preference that if I could pick anyone, if it was Dreamland, that's who I kind of like.
That's what you would do. And I'll ask Cal this question: who's better, Gnabry or Sane?
Oh, Gnabry.
There we
go. I'd go Gnabry as well.
I'd go Sane.
No. I was there live in the flesh when Gnabry destroyed us in the Champions League.
That was a great Champions League.
I went home shell shocked. I couldn't believe it. That was
two different players, to be fair. One should be getting used out wide left. One's more of an inside, kind of getting into the. I think he's more of an inside.
I'd say Sane is more talented. Gnabry is just much more effective, I'd say. But Sane is more talented.
Gnabry's better, man.
I think it's the other way around. I think Gnabry is actually more talented, technical ability wise and everything. I think Sane's more effective. I just can't get over the Sane that was at Man City when he was used on the left and when he was holding the width and going into driving at the back. I just can't forget that. And he's kept getting used on the right. So if it's down to obviously Bayern and the managers why he's probably had a drop off on form, and clearly they prefer Sane over Gnabry in my opinion.
I get that, boys. I'm going to come back to some more of these super chats in a bit. I'm just going to read some of these out rather than debating all of them, because there's lots and it's hard to get through. So I really appreciate that from the viewers. And we're halfway to 1,000 likes. Hit 1,000 likes, we give out the memberships. It's on you guys. Do these lot have short memories or something? Have hope is making out like it's impossible for us to sign Sane. Remember, Partey, Aubameyang, and Laka all came with no Champions League football. And that's the point I'm making. It's been done before. And Man United get it every summer. We're told, no way that player's downgrading. No way that player's come in. And invariably they do. But Gooners, that's because you have to pay them the right money. So it's definitely doable. So Jesus, Martinelli, and Saka are better than Obama, Laka, and Mkhitaryan or Pepe. Yes. I think yes. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely better in my opinion. Arsenal will finish 4th or they will finish 5th with a Europa League, as Arteta knows this is his final hurdle. Other the ball to show how ambitious or to sack him. It's that simple. Arteta kind of being back there to win a trophy. I want to move on a little bit. Hang on, this is one here for Patrick. Sorry, it says, thank you, Patrick. Arsenal weren't that damn good. They had a gap for top 4 on 2 teams who were in Europe and who changed managers mid-season and still couldn't make it with 1 game per week.
Yeah, that's the chat. That's the one I saw earlier, but I couldn't recall it.
But yeah, he wanted someone to massage his ego and his like, saw that.
All good.
I hear that. We're going to come back to some more of these super chats later. We're not going to miss any of them. KJ starring them all and saving them. I wanted to speak a little bit of Chelsea, boys, because Chelsea, of course, Jules Koundé, there's lots of talk today that the done deal is expected very soon. There's advanced talks with Kimpembe to come in, and then they're going to go and focus on a new attacker. But they're also going to be letting Broja leave and join West Ham for £30+ million. Is that a mistake to let him leave at this moment in time in his career?
Yes.
No. Look, the issue is like Chelsea fans need to get real and stop taking and remove this crap sentiment and so forth. Chelsea are about winning trophies. And if you want to win trophies, you have to get the best possible players. Shout out to this Broja dude and so forth. That's not the attacker that can give me the Premier League. That's not the attacker that can give me a treble. I'm here for a treble, and I still speak fluent UCL. So speaking fluent UCL, I don't know why you guys are laughing. I didn't actually crack a joke, man. So I'll say again, before I was really into it, I'll say again. Because I speak fluent UCL, Broja is not a guy that can speak a dialect. We need people that can speak a dialect. That's why I was trying to go for Lewandowski, Haaland, and so forth. Sterling will do, but we move. So, and also, I don't know what you said about Kimpembe. That dude ain't coming anywhere near that bridge. Kimpembe is not going anywhere near that bridge. So I don't know what that guy is. I'm happy with Koulibaly. It's good. I'm all good at him. Thing with Jules Koundé is he's slightly overrated. But if Tuchel vouches for him, it's fine. Kimpembe is coming nowhere. If Kimpembe comes anywhere near that bridge, I'm gonna go to our stadium and say, you're not coming anywhere near the stadium. Kimpembe is coming out. No way. Hell no. No chance. That guy's trash.
Would Broja not be a better target man than what you've got though? Because again, yeah, he's not the best player, but you've named Lewandowski and Haaland, and
Callum, the night is young. Callum, the night is still young. Like, what's it called?
Who out there can you go and get?
Callum, relax, man. Todd B, baby. Todd B is cooking a meal. He's cooking a meal. He's got to. Let's say,
with no ingredients.
No. See, all the scouts, they put their stuff in the microwave. Relax. All the guys, Todd B, it's in the oven. He brings love, and he brings he knows what that je ne sais quoi. That's Salini. He's bringing the Salini soon. So Callum, the night is. There you go. He's bringing it. So my thing is Terry. Look, let's be real. A lot of people are clowning Chelsea that okay, we lost out on Rafinha and all that kind of stuff. Rafinha is Malcolm 2.0. He ain't no Neymar. He ain't no Ronaldinho. He ain't no Rivaldo. That guy's Malcolm 2.0. Barca overpaid and they've got a dud of a player. I think that people say, oh, like, what have Chelsea got? The window closes in September. Callum, you shouldn't be smiling so much because Charles Darwin is looking pretty funny under the lights right now.
Hold on.
Charles Darwin, I'll say, because if you're trying to mock Chelsea, Charles Darwin is looking funny under the lights.
Callum, let me go on that.
Anything about strikers? You've got Timo Werner.
Let me go on that after, please. As well.
No, we don't. Callum, no, we don't. I don't know who that is.
I'm not being funny. How can you get? You have all people, yeah, Chelsea fans. I'm not saying you in particular. How can you get onto Timo Nunes when you've got Kai Havertz, who cost pretty much the same amount as Nunes did, if not more?
Wait. Who scored the UCL winning goal? Just please, in simple question. Who scored the UCL winning goal? Who?
It's like Torres when he done his thing and got you into the final in the semis and all that kind of thing. Okay, anyway, 72 million, 12 goals and 9 assists in like 58 appearances or something like that is good enough for you. This world star talent is 23 years old now. There's no slander for Kai Havertz. He's getting a free pass yet again. When are we going to see Kai Havertz perform, bro? And you want to get rid of
winning goal tax.
They got Captain America. You ain't got no shield.
There's a grace period.
They got flipping Werner.
There's a grace period. There is a grace period when you score a UCL winning goal. When you score a UCL winning goal, there's a grace period.
Hudson-Odoi on 300k or like 200k.
Wait, hold on. Can you please? Can you talk with some respect to a UCL winning team, please? Let's talk with some respect.
Wait. So what? Mustafi won the World Cup, but what now? We give him some respect too. This is
wait. Hold on. When last did your club winning a trophy? Sorry, I speak fluent trophy, bro. You've not won a trophy in 6 years. You've not won a trophy in 6 years, bro.
Wait, one sec, Helen. We went on talking about a player. And now you're coming onto my club because you can't handle the heat.
Because you're talking slick. I don't like when guys talk slick.
I'm just saying, yeah, you're getting onto Nunes, but when your man costs 72 million and he still hasn't arrived, I'm sorry, yeah. For me, a player has to arrive in at least 18 months of the Premier League, or he's considered pretty much a flop.
So scoring the UCL winning goal.
Yes, it doesn't matter if he scored. We're talking about the Premier League, bro. Forget about the UCL. It's a different game. Great, you done that. You was meant to win.
What
the
if he
league
balls
last
this
year.
season? What if he balls this season?
Okay, then cool. Then I'll put look. I can be a man and put my hands up and say, you know what? I was wrong. It took him a little bit more time. But the fact is, you still got Havertz up front when he's not actually playing his preferred position. So that's on your manager, by the way. He's not doing that false 19 so well. So we're going to average in 6 goals per season if we're going to talk on his 2 seasons. Then all right, cool. So we move on from there. Yeah. Broja, you're selling Broja for 30 million. I think that is stupid. I think he's got mad talent.
Who is
2 strikers.
I don't have time for talent.
No,
I need techniques. I need ready guys right now. Don't give me talents, man.
All right, let me give you another thing then. Sterling performs when he's got a number 9 in front of him. How about that? Go check the stats. When he had Aguero in front of him, he performed way more up to a higher standard. Yeah, but you think Sterling's going to be this guy to run in behind and do all the business? No, bro. He's not going to do this link-up thing with Kai Havertz more time than he does with a number 9. A number 9 occupies the space for the centre-backs in the box with Sterling to do his thing and what he does best.
Can I respond to Sterling? Can I wait on the Sterling part?
I think Sterling's a great player. I'm not undermining him.
No. But here's the thing about Sterling though. Sterling is pretty much going to do what that brainless bone piece of crap Timo Werner is unable to do. So those positions that Timo Werner was in when he'd missed, that clown almost cost us a UCL. So unlike Timo Werner, when Sterling is in those positions, Sterling will actually score. So we're all good. Kaz, we're good. We're fine. Relax. I know. Relax. So don't trans. The verse will come good. The verse will come good. The verse will come good.
I rate. I never said I didn't rate Chelsea. I've said if you didn't get the business done this year because it's a different ownership, then I see Chelsea in trouble because you lost a few players. But at the end of the day, Chelsea get business done. I just don't get how you're trying to get onto strikers when you ain't even got a striker. You can bring in Broja and a striker.
Fluidity. We're going to be moving in and out, false 9.
Each their own, but I think you're going to regret selling Broja personally, and I feel like he's someone that if you're not going to get a striker
I was about to say, I want to try and get back to the original question.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
It's a good debate. Look, I think Broja he's really talented, but I say this is typical Chelsea. They're trying to do things differently now. It's hard. Young players have got to be, nowadays, to break through at clubs, they've almost got to be ready there and then to start making an impact, especially at a team like Chelsea that wants to spend and will spend. I do think it could be a little bit of a mistake, though, but it's more so the player pushing for this. The player's like, I want to be a first-team player now. I don't want to wait, so can you please let me leave? And like I was saying earlier, when a player starts making the forceful move to leave, clubs typically sell. And the same when a club doesn't want a player anymore, players typically go because they don't want that fractured relationship later on down the line. But it's all about who Chelsea replace him with. And Chelsea have been doing some... Listen, I know some of you might not rate Kimpembe. I personally do. I think he's very good. Jules Koundé is a class young player. Koulibaly, one of the best centre-backs in the world. Been saying it for weeks. Rivals have got to be... If City pull off 2 or 3 more signings of this level... They are challenging for this Premier League title with Thomas Tuchel. They have got a serious squad already, and they're adding absolute gems. They're adding experience. They're adding like Champions League quality players to this side. And for the first time under Thomas Tuchel, they're actually backing him and buying in players. If I was my club's got to, I'm worried about it because my team's got to try and catch them, and they'll be ahead of us. And if you're looking over your shoulder, maybe not so much.
Also, Terry, to add to that,
I'd be a bit worried about Chelsea.
Like Callum. Look over your shoulder, bro.
I can't lie.
Over your shoulder because Callum, relax. Callum, I'm here to be your friend. Callum, I'm the nice guy here. Callum, all I'm saying is that, yes, prior. No, Callum, let me land the plane. Callum, let me land this plane. Callum, yes, prior, when you had El Dio and Salah, you could look straight. You didn't have to look behind. Now you disrespected LD. You disrespected my fellow West African black brother. So you let him go to Bayern.
When was the last time you finished the bubble?
Let me land, Callum. Let me land. Now Charles Darwin is here to evolve
football
right now.
Turbulence is too bad hope. Right?
So no, Callum. What I'm saying is that no, Callum. If Nunes shows what he shows in that YouTube compilation and is missing all these open shots, Callum, I think you have to step aside, and it's maybe a 3-horse race between us, our dear friend to the bottom left of the screen, and Man City.
Okay.
Because Tottenham, I am worried about Tottenham because Conte, he has his targets.
There's nothing to worry about there, Sebi.
Two questions for you, have hope. When was the last time Chelsea finished above Liverpool?
Callum, don't do that. Callum. A wise man, hold on. A wise man once said that you look beyond you, not behind you. Callum, I'm a future guy. I look into the future. The past is the past.
When was it?
Answer his question.
When was it?
I'm answering your question.
No, you're telling me about being mystic.
Let me answer your question. Those who dwell on the past, they care left behind. It's the future that will set you free. Take the steps forward, and you can fly. Okay. Stay back, you will be left behind. So, right. Callum, I'm a new man. I told you, right. I'm thinking about Buddhism. It's a new Buddhist teaching. You always look forward. So, Callum, don't you dare bring me back to the dark memories of the past. Callum, I can see the lights. I'm running to the lights. I'm running. And the light is showing. Because, see, if I look behind, those are the dark clouds. I can see the light shining.
You're in the headlights rather than running to the lights, it seems.
So, Callum, all I'm saying is that, Callum, as Terry just said, our dear, lovely host, Terence Flores, just said, Chelsea are cooking up a meal. And Terence just pretends that we are getting targets. And, Callum, Todd ain't done yet.
All right,
your boy Todd, and because he can't say Todd was angry that we missed out on Rafinha, Malcolm 2.0. So imagine how he's going to react to that.
Answer the second one in a hope of getting an answer. You're a great MP, by the way. So my second question is: in our worst season, in our most injury hit and ravaged in form, you still finished below us. Last season, you were meant to win the quadruple. Last season, you were meant to win it all. And we beat you in 2 cup finals, and you finished below us. And we competed on every single trophy. This season, granted, we've lost Mane, but we've also added a player who, let's be honest, we don't know what we're going to get from Nunes. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to bang, but I'm also not going to go too far the other way and say he's going to flop either. But we're forgetting Salah has consistently outscored a combined tally of your attackers regularly. Are we forgetting what Luis Diaz is, or do we need to ask Reece James and Trevor Chalobah? Do we need to ask about Jota as well? Do I need to start?
What, the guy that scored 4 goals last season and fell off? That one.
I start bringing Robbo and Simicast into it. Virgil,
Callum,
really start doing this.
There's a lot of pressure on Salah
we can.
Because you see, Callum, you don't respect my West African brother. You're like, oh, we don't need Mane. We got down with.
Said that. You never heard me say that.
Callum, all I'm saying is that this season you will see why you needed to respect Mane and the disrespect. Not even disrespect, the disrespect you put on your boy.
Because the only disrespect I saw last season with Lukaku shacking up with the ex.
Ooh.
And living in the house still.
Wait, no, Terry, don't do that. Terry, don't do that. Terry, don't you dare do that.
And had you not cooking meals still?
Callum, no, Terry, I've got to respond to that.
Man's cooking meal in the oven, bro.
What's going on?
Callum, first of all,
flipping pancakes,
frozen food
up for the new thing and Lukaku.
Let's be real, Callum. Lukaku didn't go back to his ex. Lukaku and his wife plotted a deal to screw over Chelsea off for $1 million. So
you were
they were always his wife. It was a money scam. They ran a money scam on Chelsea, which is what it was.
Did you ask Lukaku personally for that?
No, wait, but hold up.
Okay.
Patrick, tell Callum that Liverpool are gonna watch out. Patrick, it's me, you, and that bald guy called Pep this season.
I'll take it all day long.
Terry, how long have I been doing shows with you now? Since what, 2019? Is it 2019, 2020?
Something like that, yeah, about 3 or 4 years.
Every season, what do I get? It's either Anita, it's Hope, or it's Daniel. Someone tells me Liverpool are going to finish below Chelsea, Liverpool are going to finish out.
No, Callum.
And to this day, it hasn't happened.
Callum,
day.
That's the old me.
To this day.
Callum, no. Let's be here. Don't miss my words. I didn't say that Chelsea will definitely finish for Liverpool. I just said that Darwin scares me. And I said that Todd B, he's moving a bit differently. He has a bit of a swag in his walk right now.
He's the same as every other window. You scattergun approach, and then you get what you get.
Wait,
you know what it is as well, Callum. Yeah, you know how long when you get a lot of players, you know how long it takes to integrate within the squad, especially if they're starting team players.
Remember when they got all the
Sterling is Premier League proven. He'll fit like a glove, man. Look, man, relax. Sterling is there. The link, Sturl.
It's a warm day outside. Like
the Sturl. Callum, he's called the Sturl.
The guy who's very inconsistent in front of goal, even though he's fantastic footballer. Yeah. That's the guy.
There's a reason why it's called Have Hope. It makes sense now, innit? You got hope for Chelsea. There you go. But I ran off Liverpool already. I can't believe it. Don't get me wrong. Even if I call him Timo Nunes. Let's just drop that. Even if Nunes,
Nemo Werner.
All right, even if Nunes flops, they can always put Jota up front. And yes, Mane was a step. It might be a step back, but it was the right time for me personally, if I'm talking real, because he was on the decline. I think they lost a little bit of aggression in their attack a little bit, but Diaz, I'm still not convinced because he fell off towards Diaz fell off towards the end of the season. So I don't know. But I think he's going to cook. I just want to see what he can do in big games. It's going to be a bit of a different season for Liverpool, but don't write them off when they still got Klopp and their major squad. You lot have to fish for 5 starting team players pretty much. That's the difference, and it doesn't mean it's going to work.
Oh, no. All I'm saying is, sorry.
Let's move this on a little bit. Viewers, what's your views? What's your opinions on Chelsea? Are they buying the right kind of players or not? Get your comments in now. 300 likes away from giving away the memberships as well. So keep smashing them, people. Let's go to some of these super chats here. First one here says,
you get help. Emmanuel, you get help. You get help.
Is what he says.
I'm fine. You get help.
Martial FC says, Kaz, tell him again, don't hold back. Man's cooking a meal up. Man's cooking up a meal.
No, your club cooks a ready meal. Man.
Is what True Goon has got to say. Erik here says Chelsea never finished above Liverpool because they had Mane. Mane will be a big miss this season. That's what's being said there. Interesting question. This is slightly off the topic. Have hope, my Niger brother. What second attacker would you want us to sign at Chelsea now?
Oluwafemi, man, my Niger bro. I wanted the ski man. The ski man, but it's real. It gets real, man. It gets real. For me, it's the issue is that there are just not enough quality top attackers out there because everyone is spoken for. I wanted Vlahovic. I wanted Lewandowski. So here's the thing, though. Go back in for Neymar.
Okay.
It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout, to be fair.
When I crack a joke, you'll know when I crack a joke because I'm a very funny guy. I didn't actually crack a joke there, so I don't know why you're laughing. So, Femi, my thing is that I think that I would say call up. I'm going to call up Todd. I'm going to call Todd tomorrow and say, look, Todd, talk to Nene, man. Talk to Nene. I wouldn't mind Nene back at the bridge.
You're going to whip Nene.
There we go. I don't know. This is one for you, Colleen. Does Saliba displace Ben White?
I mean, if anything, he probably displaces Gabriel, to be honest with you. If that happens. I like who we've got, but he's a great young talent, potentially. I think by the end of the season, he will be a starter for Arsenal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think good shout there. Someone here says Team Gnabry, Sane is selfish. This comment says Arsenal fans already saying Zinchenko is on KDB's level as a mid. I haven't seen that, to be fair.
Colleen, get your fan base, man.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I saw it yesterday on Twitter. They said he's going to shore up the left centre mid side. KDB is going to be solid. He's apparently his world class midfielder now. The fact that he's in a midfield is a joke, anyways. I can't over your midfield.
Bring the receipts. Bring the receipts.
Okay, guys.
Let me go get one up.
Bring back a receipt here. This is from Sava Talk Spurs. Says big up the panel, have hope, a long time no see. What do you think of Spurs' window? I'm underwhelmed. Keep up the good work. Well, that links us into another story that Spurs have now asked Barcelona about the availability of Memphis Depay. Of course, they've also started work on potentially signing James Maddison as well. But overall, Patrick, how happy are you with your window? And if you were to add a Memphis, if you were to add a James Maddison now to everything else you've purchased, do you think it's good? What do you think is good enough to achieve?
I'm really happy with our window so far. To be fair, all the gaping holes or obvious gaps where we've addressed or looks like we're addressing. I was saying for a long time we're screaming out for a creative midfielder in the ilk of Eriksen. But as you guys know, I didn't want Eriksen. But I wanted, like a 10, a quality cam playmaker, someone that can thread the lines. And Dybala was past it now in terms of we've been linked to him for every window for the last 2 or 3 years. That one was always going to be unknown. So I'm happy he's gone to Roma. But yeah, Maddison ticks all the boxes. Young, talented, English, knows the Prem, only 25, and he's homegrown as well because we need homegrown players for our quota. So that would be a fantastic signing. I was always saying Maddison, Paqueta, maybe Uwa, someone like that. So if we do get Maddison in, then I started seeing the link. So that would be amazing. And we need an LCB. We need a quality left-sided centre-back. Somebody that steps in. on the level of a Bastoni, a Bremer. I know Bremer's probably now got that's done. But we
what
need
about
someone.
the pie? So you'd say no to but the pie.
No, I was never gagging for Eriksen. Pause. That sounds so wrong. But yeah, in terms of wanting Eriksen at Tottenham, no, I didn't. I did. You know what? Like, I'm going to address this on the stream. I really don't like Eriksen. I can't lie to you. I'm not going to pretend. Like, in terms of him as a character person, how the ending of the saga at Tottenham, how he down tools, how he literally tried to force a move, how he was awful for the last 6 months.
Patrick, I really
didn't want that guy anywhere near us.
Look at Lewandowski. Everyone does that.
I'm so glad that he's gone to Man United.
Need to.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, so if I do think we've had a really good window. I know Savas said he's underwhelmed. I think we've done really well. We've addressed a lot of the problems. I think people are not really deep in how good certain players are going to be. So yeah, man, I'm really happy with what we've done so far. I do think I don't want Memphis Depay. I don't think that makes sense. We've got Richarlison now. We don't need Depay. We need a quality
Richarlison over
playmaker.
Don't tell me you rate Richarlison over Memphis Depay.
Well, we've got Richarlison in now, so what's the point of going to get Depay? It doesn't make no sense. We've done the Richarlison thing. It's done, innit? So yeah, get a quality left-sided centre-back, and then we go and get a quality playmaker, and I think we've had a fantastic window.
Listen, I think Spurs have done some really good business. I think they have, and they've got Antonio Conte. Again, they're a team that I think people should be worried about next year. I don't know about challenging for the league title yet. I don't know, but I know some Spurs fans are kind of definitely suggesting that. Gareth here says, we need to stop saying Arsenal fans as a generalization. Some Arsenal fans talk crap. Stop labeling us all with these new age. Do you know what I'm going to say, Gareth? I get it, but we can't start treating football fans like they're in a minority group, and like, you know what I mean? Like we need to. It's just a bit of fun. It's football. Like the way some people talk, you can't put me in that category of them. It offends me. Like it's not that deep, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I hear you, and I'm sorry. Some Arsenal fans, we'll try and say some Arsenal fans to not offend. Terry, you have Callum and have hope on the same stream with no help. May the Lord bless you with patience, Terry. Hot takes. Oh, his hot take here says Arsenal to finish 8th without.
Watch out for the Geordie. So watch out for Newcastle.
That's just a random irrelevant. That take literally has nothing.
Callum on HHO with no help. What?
I think he just means, like, I don't know. There's 3 other people on there as well. Mane and Salah is similar to Sancho and Ozil thing. Mistake.
I
don't know. We should have let Salah go and kept Mane.
Oh, okay. Right. Comment here says, relax, Morpheus. Chelsea need Rice, Bowen, and Tony.
Talent FC, man. Relax.
English Talent FC. Loving it there. Loving it. Who is... Why is Dennis Rodman here?
Dennis Rodman.
Have hope belly button pierced as well, which is mad. It's a crazy one. Of course, there's a lot of talk around Man United still this summer. New rumours today. Hakimi on the agenda for Man United, although they don't think it will be possible. And advanced talk supposedly for the French fullback, Jonathan Klaus. When I saw that surname, it sounded like a German surname. It turns out he's French. That Man United are linked to. New right back at Man United. Is that important considering that we've just signed a Hobbit to play a centre-back?
That's funny. But you know what? If you look at Hakimi, geez, that's somebody that I wanted because, Jed Spence, shout him out. I hope he does really well. But I wanted a ready-made world-class right back. And if you look at Hakimi, yeah, that's massive.
I think Klaus is more realistic. I don't know. I just don't. Do you think the Hakimi thing's legit?
Well, he's not happy at PSG, and he's put out things that he's in terms he's basically put out a statement the other day saying him and his agents are going to look for his future now going forward. He needs to look after himself. So
I spoke with Jack Tolbert, the journalist that's put that out. I know Jack Tolbert well. He's not a bullshitter, but he said it's a true link, but it's believed to be far too costly for Man United this year. So I think it's a deal that United would want, but I just think it would cost far too much money. Keith here says, Jonathan Klaus to United, any truth in that? I've seen 2 or 3 journalists push it out there. Pedro, the I think he's Spanish journalist, has put it out today. I DM him quite a bit. He's a nice guy. He's very polite. But I'll read you the last 3 DMs I've sent him. And then you'll see whether or not you want to try. I like Pedro. He's a good guy. He might be Portuguese, actually. So these are the last... these are the last few DMs when he's put out things are advancing about particular people. I said, hi, Pedro. Is Zidane close to joining Man United? He said, not quite yet. Talks are on. Talks are on, but the deal should get done. I said, thanks, mate. I said, is it happening? He then sent back an emoji of a time glass. Then a few months later, is Julian Alvarez coming to Man United? He said it's very close and should happen soon. And then, and then in May, I said, how you doing, mate? I've seen your tweet about Uri and Timber. Is the deal done? He says, not done yet, but it's very, very close. The player is excited to join. So I'm not taking it too seriously. I'm not taking it too seriously. You know, it's not even, I've heard reports saying this, but it was like, it's happening. It keeps saying he's a nice guy. But yeah, so I don't know how true it is, but there are other journalists that are saying it. But we definitely need, Man United do need a new right back, don't they, Kaz? You're on mute, my bro.
Sorry. Sorry. So, one, don't think we need a new right back, not this season anyways. Why? Because I believe in our youngster Ethan Laird, innit? And I think he's quality. I'm not joking. I'm a fan of him, and I'd rather target a different area before we look at right back. I feel like it's going to take a long time before we even offload Arteta Saka, whether he's going to get offloaded or not. So, I'm just thinking that, like, I don't think right back's going to be really a thing. I like the feel that there's going to be some youngsters that are going to get their chances this year. And I feel like Laird would be one of those people. Not saying he's going to start every game. I think Delo will do a job. I'm not a fan of Delo, by the way. But I just don't feel we need to dip into the right back market. I just feel like you're going to see a lot of rumours come up for United now that we've literally got no targets known other than obviously De Jong. So other than that, there's going to be loads. And I'm going to rubbish those reports straight away. Hakimi cost how much for PSG last season? Or did he come last season? Was it 70 million? Was it?
It was like 50, 60 million, something like that.
Yeah, no chance we're going to pay that when we can't even pay out 70 million for a winger. And then obviously this Klaus guy is meant to cost really cheap, but I thought he was meant to go to Chelsea. But I don't know. I feel like it's just efficient for anything they can find right now. Because if anything, if I'm correct, was there not reports before saying after Martinez, we're going to be looking at a midfielder and an attacker?
There was. I mean, it's interesting because if you listen to the words coming out of Ten Hag this afternoon directly to The Athletic, it was, I'm not selling Ronaldo. He's staying. We've spoke. I'm going to build the team. I can build my system around him. He's good enough. And there's I didn't realize this about Ronaldo. There's another year contract extension United could trigger. And he basically said we could keep him here for 2 more years if we want to. If Ronaldo stays, we're probably not going to buy an attacker. And one of the little things I saw someone say today, which I liked, was if you can get Hakimi at a decent price, Hakimi with Sancho in front of him on the right-hand side is a very good right-hand side of attack.
Is you got an overlap? You got someone that can overlap, and you got someone who can come inside.
He likes to cut inside. So for me, I don't think we can get Hakimi. But I would prefer Hakimi at right back with Sancho on the right than I would signing Anthony.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I wouldn't mind that. But honestly, I just feel like right back's not an area we should be looking at till next season. I feel like just let it run with the squad that we've like in the right hand side. I reckon it has to be Laird and Delo. Just wait for that. Then maybe ship off Delo if he doesn't fix up for next year. He's not gonna, it's not gonna get all done in one window. Maybe target Hakimi next window and then ship off whoever you don't feel is gonna cut the mustard. If you understand it, I get you what you're saying, but we really do need an attacker, regardless if Ronaldo's there or not. It's like this: if Martial starts, Sancho and Rashford, one of them gets injured and this whole Ronaldo thing's going on. Yes, Ronaldo's there, but who else is there? We can't be relying on Elanga. We can't be relying on a youngster to do the job. Can't be relying on Christian Eriksen to be doing the yards that he used to do for Tottenham back in the day as well. Because he can do it maybe in the central of the midfield, but he's an option. Bruno's obviously another option potentially, but I feel like we need an attacker big time because who actually guarantees us goals in this squad other than Ronaldo? I'm not confident enough.
Kaz, so would you, if you had a choice, would you keep Cristiano or would you sell him?
No, I think if he wants to leave, then go. He's not bigger than Manchester United at the end of the day. But if he wants to buck up his ideas and stay, then great. He'll be a very useful option. And he needs to realise he will be an option. I feel like for going forward as a Manchester United team, he can't be starting as the main man. And he has to realise that. But he obviously thinks he's the main man. He's got monster mentality. at the end of the day. But I feel like we'll play better as a team. It's weird how we went from one year scoring many goals under Ollie, and I don't rate Ollie, by the way. And then next year he comes in and it all falls apart because it all goes through him. It used to all go through Bruno. I don't really rate Bruno because I don't like the way he plays on the eye. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but I just feel like we need an attacker more than we do a right back, big time. Left-footed to Michael Elise, I would like.
It's interesting with Man United. I mean, there's been a lot of stick as well the last few days because we've signed Martinez, aka Frodo Baggins, at the back. It's kind of, again, the ratio is mad. Like for every 5 reports on his height, they're not speaking about the fact that I saw a good thread actually that there's more crosses and long balls into the box in the Eredivisie than there is in the Premier League, which you wouldn't expect because people speak about Dutch football being better than English football. He's got the best aerial sort of success rate. I think one of the best in Europe, definitely the best in the Eredivisie. Do you guys think that Martinez's height is going to be a detrimental factor to Man United this season?
No.
Okay, I'll give you 2 examples. Maybe some of the young guys will not remember this. Ivan Cordoba, who used to play for Inter Milan, Colombian. Short, but his jumping was amazing. So anytime anything came in, because his spring was so much, he was able to jump through. A dude won a Ballon d'Or, and he wasn't the tallest dude in the world, Cannavaro. Cannavaro was arguably one of the most important guys for Italy winning the World Cup in 2006, and the guy was short, but his spring was so much, he was able to jump and win stuff in the air. So forget about height. It's about how good is your jumping. Can you win the stuff early, and can you actually read the balls coming through? So basically, people that talk about the height, those are guys that don't know anything about football, really. That's not an issue now.
Respect our short kings. We've got to respect them.
How tall is he, Terry? What are they saying in terms of?
Well, they sound. I mean, there's 5'9". I've seen reports that actually he's 5'8". He's whatever else. Do you know what's going to happen? What will happen is there will be a goal or two this year where a ball comes into the box and it goes over his head and he isn't quite tall enough, can't jump high enough to sort of get his head on it, and then the focus on it will be his height. That's already set up to happen. The same as Darwin Núñez. You know that there are going to be people sitting there ready for the compilations when he, misses the ball and misses an opportunity. They're going to forget all the other great things that come with it. But it's just the bit that I find tiring as a United fan. I get banter. I get Arsenal fans. He was the primary defensive target they had, and they lost out. So I get them bantering it. It kind of makes sense. The likes of Igal, and I've seen him going mad on it, and Babs and these guys like really laying in. I get it. But I'm seeing like professional outlets talk about this like it's a real issue and concern. But when everybody else was linked to him, his height never got mentioned once. United land him, and suddenly the height's an issue. The same as Eriksen today. Danny Murphy running his Scouse guns up again about Eriksen today. But like someone said, he didn't say that it's bad that you got backup. And I kind of said that we're the only club that gets slammed for having backup. Well, he didn't say it's a bad thing. I went, but you look at the snarl on his face. He's going, he ain't going to get in the first team over Bruno. He ain't that good. His numbers aren't this. His numbers aren't. He's backup then. Why not say what a great backup? The response is never, listen, I don't think he'll start in front of Bruno Fernandes because Bruno Fernandes is better, but what a brilliant backup. It's weird that United get zero praise for anyone they're buying, and I think we're buying top players. We've got a lot more work to do. We're nowhere near fixed, but it's hilarious how everything we do gets twisted into an absolute negative by the media, by rivals, and it just reminds me that I love being a Man United fan, because when you're the biggest, when you're the best, when you're the most successful, everybody comes for you.
Wait, hold it. Biggest and best, Terry, don't do that. Terry, stop it. Terry, stop it. In 2022, stop it.
Yeah, we'll be bigger than I don't know if you were on us on levels in terms of the best club in the league. Yeah, okay, great City, but the biggest will always be Manchester United, unfortunately, and that's the reality.
Your club popularity. It's about football on the pitch. United are not relevant in 2022 on the pitch.
We don't get funded by our owners. It's our money. Do you not understand this? You go look at the stats about how much has been funded into your club by your owners. Your club makes no money. Anyways, let me put this straight. This is why you use like how much billion in debt. So hold that one. But what's it called? Yeah, I've got accurate stats here comparing how Lisandro Martinez would fare up against our other centre backs, and you'd be surprised at what you would see. Facts.
I don't think we would be. We've seen the state of your centre backs.
No. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but it's not just what he brings. It's not what he just brings with his height. It's what he brings to general play. Good luck getting the ball off him. Good luck, because his progression stats, his key pass stats. I don't care for a centre back, regardless of what league you are in. These stats are so impressive of what he brings to the play, and you'll probably. I've got a feeling now. he might actually be utilized a little bit more, not just from centre back, but I got a feeling like he might be used as DM when the crumble, like when it comes, it will come. So, but I reckon the left-sided centre back with a build-up of play next to someone because he's a hard-hitting defender. We've got too many passive defenders other than Bailly. I think what people are scared of, are not afraid to say, is that the football is changing all the time. Give me, other than Chris Wood and a couple traditional number 9s in the league, and how much they actually are, how many of them are around nowadays?
But wasn't Have Hope's original point that Chelsea are bigger than United in
yeah, I mean, but they're not. Until listen, the stat came out.
Footballing wise, yes. Footballing wise, yes.
But that isn't what I meant, is it? So this is, again, right now. I know Liverpool and City and Real Madrid and Chelsea and Spurs play better football than we do, but we're the biggest. And you know how you know we're the biggest? Because whatever we do, all of you tweet about us.
Not me. I don't tweet about Man United.
Well, okay, as a general rule, 60.
But I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
The stat came out a couple of years ago. 62% of all tweets about the Premier League are about Man United. That's how big we are. Like, it's crazy. And how I always know it as well. The reactions, people are like, oh, Terry's a clown. Terry's chatting nonsense. Listen, I can even tell by my own. Whenever I do a transfer video and I praise what Man United have done, the comments are poisonous. When I praise any other club, the comments are, oh my God, he's so unbiased. I like him so much.
No. Sorry, Chelsea are more hated. There's no club that people are more envious or hate than Chelsea. The hate I see on Twitter, it's toxic. It's toxic.
I just listen. Chelsea get their hate. Liverpool get their hate. City get their hate. No one gets what Man United get, in my opinion. No. But there we go. I wanted to ask you guys a question. It's one of the questions that came out earlier on today. Two big debates. The first one I wanted to ask you: does pre-season? I'm going to come to your super chat, by the way, people. Does pre-season really matter? And this is in light of a very interesting video, a very interesting video that's gone out. I want to play this in case people haven't seen it.
2-0 to the Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus scored. I predicted this motherfucker is going to score between 20, 25. We are undefeated this preseason.
Hang on, that's my favorite bit. Troops' face.
Leave him alone, man. You know,
he's like, what have you done to me?
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, and I like it. I love the shame. I love the shameless behavior from Arsenal. That Arsenal collective of Arsenal fans there, I absolutely love it because I was exactly the same against Liverpool. I don't care.
And that's why
it's
a brilliant topic, because we need to touch on this. Does it really matter? Like, when fans are doing all of this, is it too much?
It's sad.
Yeah, it's a lot, man.
It's sad. No, because guys, let's be real. Like,
I enjoy his little moment there.
Yeah, you see, pre-season is for okay. Let's see what the players look like. I don't take pre-season seriously. Like, what's it called? I saw United fans throwing a parade for that Bangkok Cup trophy that they won because they beat Liverpool. Like, Terry, that's disgraceful. That's that. Now, I get it because you obviously don't know what trophies look like, unlike Chelsea. So I get that any trophy means so something for you guys. But the reality is, pre-season, come on, it's a joke. It's, for me, I'm all about the real talk. When the season starts, EPL and so forth, that's what we're talking about. Pre-season is merely just for what do these players look like, and what idea are we going to have for the upcoming season? But I don't know. No.
Really, I think it matters a lot, especially to new managers anyways. But we can obviously go back into history regardless, because I remember someone highlighted...
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the results matter?
No, because this is my philosophy. Even when I was doing coaching with kids, I don't care about if you win the game. It's what you do in the game to improve as a player and know the system I want to put across. Do you get what I mean? As a development for youngsters and so forth, you need to put that across. It don't matter. As long as your style and you can stick to a principle of game and play, it don't matter if you lose 5-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2. It's what you're trying to do for the upcoming season. It's all about build up to the upcoming season, and that's a fact. Doesn't matter if you win. Good, you could get some goals, confidence boost, but it's there for fitness. It's there to try new things, and it's there before the start of the season, and that's a fact. No one can tell me different.
And that's what I mean. For Kaz, you hit the nail on the head. Pre-season for me is a run out, fitness, trying a few philosophies and tactics, and also, like, for example, we put Lucas Moura at right wing back in the last game just to try out little things and see, these things that you ain't gonna really get to try in a real game. But when you're seeing fans going nuts because like Arsenal beat Everton, by the way, a team that almost got relegated 2-0. And then obviously, you know, Man United fans going crazy because they beat Liverpool 4-0. That's when I'm like, whoa, like it's pre-season, just chill. Like managers are making 11 changes, they're making 10 changes.
If you watch that game, Everton tried to snap their legs and everything in the pre-season game. I would be cheering if we beat them as well. Facts, I know you would. If you saw, it don't matter, man. Let people be. Can you not let people be happy? Like, just let people be happy.
No, I can't.
You negative guys, bro. Just be happy. You know what it is as well. Torres had actually. I got highlighted about this. Yeah, highlight. Torres had an awful preseason, and look where he went to do for Liverpool, by the way. So yes, it don't really matter too much, but it really does matter in the long run of things, because come on, if you're going into the league losing, are you going to be confident? Are you going to be confident?
It's a run out. It doesn't matter. You can lose every game as long as you got the tactics, the setup. Players know what they're meant to do. Yeah. It's trial. It's a trial, basically.
It's trials.
That's what it is.
Because I've seen teams have a horrible preseason, have an amazing season, and teams have a great preseason and a horrible season. So for me, like, it's literally it is nowhere near an indicator as to how you'll do for the upcoming season at all. No way.
Do you know what? Let them have their fun.
No, so I think this is layered. This is really layered. So in that case, there with I thought the video was funny. The American fans, as an example, the Australian fans right now with Liverpool and United, that might be the only time that particular team for 10 years, it might be 10, 15 years until they're back in that city, in that country again playing, might be one of the only times some of those people will ever get to see their team play. So of course, enjoy it. And of course, have a good time. We also know that, again, like the trophy parades, they are mad how much effort goes into them. But of course, there are companies that pay our clubs millions of pounds to go to these tournaments. They want to make a big song and dance. They want a fanfare. The sponsors pay for the money, like for the name on the trophy, like the Audi Cup and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like those two things are ring fence. I don't mind any of that. I don't even mind seeing, some Australians or some Americans getting really excited about winning a game. I do feel, though, that some people piggyback off this and they use preseason as a way of fake outrage, in the sense of, I get United, we want to see the new system. It's like, I want to see what's going on. But right now, if Man United were, actually, you take us out of it. Let's say it's Liverpool. And Liverpool have an average preseason. Mo Salah's not scoring goals. They've lost a few games. If I suddenly saw Liverpool fans making content going, we're screwed. The season's over. I think Klopp has absolutely got to go now. Look at the disgraceful preseason. I'm like, you don't mean that. With Man United, because we've never been in a good place for 9 years, you kind of get away with it. But I know that some people know it isn't the be-all and end-all. And I'm talking the results here, but they act like it is. Oh, the preseason is so important. And the reason I think people are drawing it is because if we're not perfect in a preseason game, it gives them an angle to moan on. And I think for me, there's 2 or 3 different things going on at once here. And it's important for the run out. It's important for fitness, the shape that you're going to take. The results, do I think we're going to win the league because we battered Liverpool? No. Do you know what I mean? Equally, just because we conceded the goal on the counter to Melbourne, does that mean I think we're going to have a bad defense all season? Absolutely not. I just think that some people, they love to lay on the fake outrage so thick. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how thick they lay it on. But there we go. I've got some super chats here. I've got to get through this quite a few. First one says, Chelsea fans crying we aren't trusting youth is annoying. We had 6 academy players to play more than 20 plus games. City, Liverpool had 1 academy player with that amount. We are also adding another 2 into our squad, is what Seth. And listen, it's great to promote youth, but they've got to be good enough. With Conte getting the players he demanded, I won't be surprised if Spurs challenge for the Premier League. Anyone have hopes as they can? Anybody else think Spurs could legitimately challenge for the Premier League?
Nah, I think people are being a bit too
Patrick, have hope, man.
Zealous.
Have hope.
Nah, listen, I'm an optimistic fan. I'd love for us to do it, but you've got to be realistic. I think that we will definitely finish in the top 4. I think we'll close the gap on the teams that finished above us last season. And I'm hoping and praying that we win a trophy. But to say we're going to challenge for the league, that's a lot. Liverpool and Man City are light years ahead of us. And Chelsea, even though they wobbled at the end, they're still better than us, if we're being real. So I want us to close that gap and then obviously push on and win the trophy. If we do challenge, fantastic. But I'm just being real. I can't see it, but I hope I'm wrong. But I just got to be real, innit? Got to be honest.
Fair enough. Big up from Philly. Have hope. What makes you happy this window?
Neymar, a big signing. I need a. Wait! Don't do your eyes like that. What the hell? No, Neymar. Like I need that. I need a signing that can make me put a smile on my face. I've been depressed. I've been unhappy. I need a signing that could be like, you know what? Boom. You did Todd. You did that. Todd, you're my guy. So what will make me happy? Yeah, that big one.
This one.
No.
Should Chelsea get Depay on a loan for a year?
No.
Yes, please. No, he's not linked with us. I don't want him at Tottenham.
Which player said this? It's lovely to be here with a squad that goes out to play football.
Steven Bergwijn. He can get lost.
Yeah,
what a wanker. Other than the 2 goals at Leicester and 1 goal against West Ham, what has he done? It's like 7 goals in 80 appearances. No, I was happy for him to go because we got a good fee and I wish him well, but there's no need to come out and
a celebration thing.
There was no need for him to come out and say that. There's no need for that.
Imagine having that celebration and being a flop. It's crazy. What do you think about the player Nunez from Sporting? Is he looked good against City?
Massive fan. I'm a massive fan of that kid. I'm not even joking. He's serious. Whoever gets him, it's a gem right there, man. That is a serious baller. Whoever I don't know who he's going to go to. I really don't. But it looks like Wolves are kind of stepping up interest in him. And that would be good replacement, to be fair, next to Neves. I'm telling you now, that duo there would be immense.
Absolutely. Ryan here says Callum being compared to Have Hope is disrespectful.
Wait, Ryan, man, get a life, man.
This one here says De Jong and Klaus and an attacker, please, Man United. That'd be a pretty good window if that happens. Zane here says, I don't know what's worse, Neymar's football IQ or Have Hope's hair, as both don't exist. If City and Chelsea sign Neymar, it will be worse than Zlatan at Barca.
No, boy, sorry. This shows that this guy's a bomb. Okay, thank you for donating to the great show, but you're a bomb, so.
Allow them to comments. Why are you going to come for people's personal features? I hate that shit, man. Why are you going to do that? Like, what kind of person are you? Talk about football, man. Don't come for a person's appearance.
They're envious of my good looks. They're envious of my good looks.
I know, innit? I get it. You're turning into a positive thing, but I see a few things. I didn't want to focus on comments. I haven't actually been looking, but it's disgusting, man. Some of you get a life, bro.
In fairness, Kaz, that's why I got a transplant. I got bullied into it. I didn't really want it. I got bullied.
Yeah, but big up you, man. And as you said, you look young, bro. This is whatever, innit?
I look good for 46.
Wait. Terry, why did you betray the bald people? Stay with us, man. You betrayed the bald family, man.
On a real level. I just fancied it, mate. Do you know what I mean? I thought I'm still young. I ain't gone grey yet. I thought I'd give it a little go. Anyway, for a supporter, it is very hard sometimes to be neutral and analyse things from an objective perspective because we are emotionally invested in our teams and see things from one angle. Thank you, Terry, for being objective. Always.
Respect. That's the realest comment I've seen today. So big up yourself, Julius.
I always try it. But what I do implore people to do is do your best to only listen to your club's tier ones 50% of the time because they are going to spin you. And do you know what I find interesting, right? Whenever it's like a good spin, it makes the club look good. They buy into it. But whenever they're being lied to by their clubs, like, I think they're PR and they're lying. Don't believe the club tier ones. But anyway, if Maguire can give little Martinez some height and Martinez can teach Slabhead how to play football, your backline will be sorted. Simple.
No, what a comment.
Great comment. Martinez is quality, worth every penny United paid. He'll do bits. Arsenal fan, hair looking slick, Terry, bro. Love it. Thank you, Gareth. I appreciate that, my friend. And he was worth the money. And the irony in it is this, is what I love. He was £45 million and it's going to go up by £8 million. If we win major trophies, and I can guarantee you this now, and I'll bet anything you guys want. I'll let Have Hope run the terrace for a week. I bet you this. If we win the Premier League and we pay out that £8 million for Martinez, no one's going to mention it.
Facts.
No newspaper's going to go, look how much. No one will even mention the cost of any player in this squad ever again. So it doesn't even matter. Do people know the Argentinian Daniel? What does that say here?
Passarella, Daniel Passarella.
I thought it might be one of those words that makes me sound like a naughty word because my dyslexia kicked in then. No, I don't know who that is.
Have you not heard of him? I've never heard of him.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Okay. The thing about the Premier League is teams really pay attention to set pieces. Martinez is good in the air, but when you meet Virgil, Matip, and West Ham, it's an issue. Well, do you know what you do? You don't stick him on someone who's a foot taller than him. Like, it's just simple. You know what I mean? You stick your taller players. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure he'll be fine and do bits. Listen, people, it was a great show tonight. Hang on. Listen, guys. We've got 25 more likes, and I'll gift out those memberships to you. I don't want to leave without gifting them out because that would be a madness. So smash the like button now.
Get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up.
Oh, Michael. I haven't seen Michael in a while. What's he saying today? He's normally digging out Liverpool, to be fair. Liverpool won't make top four. I didn't read it. That rubbish midfield with the likes of Rubbish Jones, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Elliott, Keita, Milner, Hendo. You're not making top four. You're not making top four, he says there.
How do you want me to respond?
You don't have to.
No, I, with all due respect, thanks for the super chat. I don't really respond to Michael's stuff.
Contra, no.
Okay, so I've gone to member chat only. I'm buying these memberships now, so we're going to see whose name is going to come through as the 10 lucky winners. Waiting for it to go through. My internet's been slow to the heat.
Yeah, Emmanuel, we're dying out here, man. We need some AC. It's mental out here.
Like the channel because we're
I put some more super chats in, man.
So the 10 names come out. So Dimiz Mob has got one. Gunner 420. Sean, a long time. Jael. Who else has got one here? Ebu, KL, and a KL and a Jael all in one go. Prime, oh man, like Prime, who's on every stream. I'm really glad they've given him one. At long last, he's been given one. Who else has been given one out here? Who else can I see? Who else's name can I see on it's been given one? We'll put them up on the screen as you can see. No worries, Matt. You deserve it, my friend. Well done, Sean. Where's Prime at? No problem at all. It's Jard. No, it's Jared. Jared. Oh, Gerard. Oh, there we go. Listen, thank you everyone who's got it. Make sure you renew those memberships. We've got lots of exclusive content coming your way, as well as a new launch look shows on the Twitch channel and the return of Midnight Vibes, all coming soon to the Football Terrace. But until next time, my people, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace. I need to open this door.